include a chapter in here called My Story. It's about an incident that happened here at State College where you were apparently propositioned by somebody who was, sexually propositioned by somebody as a boy. And I was curious about that. It's an interesting chapter in the context of what would happen 35 years later. And I'm just curious, is that something that really stuck with you over the years, or is it a story that more or less kind of got lost in your memory banks and then kind of came flooding back after the Jerry Sandusky thing started to unravel here?
No, it didn't get lost. It's not one of those things where I'm going to say it was repressed or anything like that. I mean, it was something that happened, and I think one of the reasons I put it in is just so that people understand that this happens everywhere. And it also puts into context that this was something that, people always say, how come people don't come forward?
Right.
And even though I didn't do, even though I ran away and went home, and as tight-knit a family as I was in, there was hesitancy to tell. My parents never told them. I mean, my mom, first time my mom ever heard about it was when I gave her, I said, read this chapter, and I want to tell you a story. And I think that's important for people to understand, and it's not to say that in any way, shape, or form what happened to me is in any way even remotely close to what happened to people who were victimized.
Right, because
I want
so the listeners understand, you reacted badly and got away from the situation.
Yeah, and I went home and I told one or two of my friends. In fact, one of my friends who I'm still friends with read the excerpt that somebody put online and said, "Oh my God, I completely forgotten about that." And he and I were on the phone just yesterday, and he said, "Boy, I read that excerpt, and I remember you telling me about that." And but I think it was more important just to understand that it doesn't matter who as safe as you may think your kids are, it can happen anywhere.
Yeah.